I have a Whirlpool dishwasher, and my dishwasher is not draining. And this is the first time that it's happened, so that makes me think it's probably not a filter problem. But let me show you what is going on right here. If you take this drawer out and look inside, you'll see we got all sorts of water right here. Here's your filter that you would check to see if this is clogged. This is probably your very first troubleshooting step. These things can get really dirty, but that is not dirty, so it's probably not a clogged filter. And the next thing you're going to want to do is probably check your drain lines, and I'll show that to you next. So this is my drain line right here. It actually goes into the back of my garbage disposal. It doesn't appear to be clogged in any way. I could take it off, but I'm just too lazy to do that, and I don't think it's clogged. So that's probably not the problem. One more thing you might want to do is you might want to take out your little garbage disposal thingy right here. And yes, it's kind of gross, but if you look in the back, there's a little hole right there, and that hole is where the dishwasher water comes out, and that is not clogged either. So that leads me to believe that my dishwasher pump is broken. There's one more thing I should do to troubleshoot. One more thing I can do to troubleshoot is I can go ahead and try and select the drain. Again, close it. It takes about 15 seconds for it to start. But after 15 seconds, I'm hearing nothing. So there's no draining going on, and I'm pretty sure my pump is broken. Let me show you how to repair your pump. First thing you're going to want to do is order your pump. The best way to do that is to find your model number. You got your model number right here. Here's my model number for my Whirlpool. And from there you can go to like appliancepartsdirect.com, and there you can find a part number for your pump. And I kind of cheated a little bit. I took that part number and I typed it into Amazon, and lo and behold, the part popped up on Amazon, the exact part that I need. So this is my new drain pump right here. Here's my new drain pump, and it matches the part number I found, which is right there. To get this whole thing started, the first thing I need to do is I need to drain this water. I think it might be easiest for me to use a shop vac to drain this water. I'm not sure, but I need to get all this water out. Okay, I used my shop vac, went ahead and stuck it right down there, and 20 seconds later all the water's gone. So that was pretty easy. The next step is we're going to shut this. Oh, and probably something I should do. I don't think there's electrical risk here, but it's probably a good idea to unplug the dishwasher back there, and then we're gonna go underneath the dishwasher. All right, next step, in order to get underneath here, you've got kind of a screw right here and a screw right there. You only need to give them a quarter turn, and a quarter turn will allow them to pop off. You need a pretty wide flathead screwdriver. We'll give that a quarter turn. We'll give this one a quarter turn. And then we should be able to wiggle this out. Oh my goodness, that's gross and messy. All right, now we got the underbelly, and we'll take a look and see what we need to do here. So if you look at that area that's kind of a white box above where the two hoses meet, that is the pump that needs to be replaced. And here is the pump that will be replacing it. Notice I'm holding it in the same orientation as that one down there. It's got the white flat side kind of facing out a little bit. There we are with the white flat side facing out a little bit. I might have to take off those hoses in order to be able to access this. Let's give it a try. If you look closely, I was able to take off that pump. There's still electric that needs to be disconnected, but you can see it's off its housing. You have to grasp pretty firmly and push counterclockwise, twist it counterclockwise pretty hard. There are no bolts or anything like that screwing it in. Just twist counterclockwise. These hoses are blocking it a little bit. I'm sorry about that. But grab that really hard, twist counterclockwise, and it should come undone. Now we just got to disconnect the electrical. The electrical has not been totally disconnected yet, but if you look right there where my pinky is, I believe there's a tab you got to push down to disconnect the electrical. And then there's something that's holding the wires right over here. So you just got to unloop those wires, press this tab, and that should disconnect the electrical. It's going to be a little tricky for me to get this whole thing out with these hoses in place, but might just take some jimmy jammer. So here's the old part right next to the new part. The old part is actually the one on the left, and in order to get the wiring harness out, there's a little tab right here. You just kind of lift up on that little tab that my fingernail's on, and then pull those wires out. So lift up on that tab, pull the wires out. Oh, actually, this one's the old one, because I broke the when I was taking the wires out, I broke this little wiring harness. You can see this one's still got the little wiring harness there. And so you lift up on that tab. I'll push the wires back in, try and finagle that back into place. I did not end up disconnecting any of those hoses. They're still there. I'm going to try and put everything back in place, and we'll see how it works. All right, I was able to connect the new wiring housing as well as the pump housing without a whole lot of fanfare. Pretty easy. Just took a little bit of moving around. You can see right here the electrical wires. They just plug in. All you got to do is push it into place. And then this whole gray apparatus right here, you connect it to where the previous housing was, and then twist it clockwise, probably 20 or 30 degrees, and you should hear kind of a firm click. It should click right into place. I got some water underneath here, so I'm going to put a fan on this to dry all this stuff out before I give this a try, and then we'll see if it works. As you can see here, we have success. Everything is good to go. Problem solved.